What was that? Okay, what was that? What are the Giants doing? Okay, I don't understand. They go out there, they do the same thing, they expect a different result. Okay, where was all the creativity that was there in the preseason? It was all gone, and that's when you needed it. Okay, you don't need it in the preseason. You need it now. Okay, Russell Wilson goes out there, first pass they throw, he gets hit in the mouth. Okay, and then I don't know if it's because he's 36, going to be 37 years old, like crumpled his brain, couldn't function basically for the rest of the game. And again, I'd like to say that it's the players, oh, we don't have talented players, right? But our players keep leaving. They keep going other places and they keep doing better. So you can't say that, okay? All right? Daniel Jones is here. Okay, he looks like he can't wipe his own ass. All of a sudden, he goes to the Colts. He looks like Peyton Manning came back to play. I don't understand. And then Brian Dable comes out. He's like, oh, we got to look at the film. What are you looking at? Haven't you been looking at film for 4 years? So what film are you looking at? Are you watching Goodfellas in the film room? How can it take this long for a professional coach to figure out what is wrong with the team? I don't understand. It's like some people say, hey, you gotta try to be this bad. It can't just be by coincidence. You have to actively be trying. Okay? The only other thing I can think of, other than he's just a horrible coach, I don't even want to pin it totally on the GM. I'm not saying that Shane has come out here and picked Hall of Fame players, because he hasn't. But we've seen these players go other places and function. Okay, and I do think there is some talent on the team, but I don't know if it's Dable doesn't know how to coach, or if he rubs players the wrong way and they don't want to play here, so they put in half effort. I don't know what it is, but it's the same result. Okay, we come out, we waited the whole year. I mean, we were averaging 30 points in the preseason. Okay, we come out here, we score again a field goal. You knew it. Whether you watched the first play, or maybe you tuned out after the first score. First play, right? Or not the first play, first passing play, Russell Wilson gets hit in the mouth, boom. You could have turned the game off right there. You know exactly what the game is. Maybe you watched a little bit longer. You saw them go down the field and have to kick a 55-yard field goal because they can't get any closer than that. And again, good thing we had a kicker, because I know that Brian Dable doesn't like to have active kickers against the Commanders. So, but he made the 55-yard field goal. Then it was 7-3, and you know how the game goes. I know all Giants fans we like to watch and go, oh, it's only 7-3, and right, first of all, it should have been like 14-3 going into halftime, or 10-3 going into halftime. But because the Commanders were absolutely horrible at clock management, it ended up only being 7-3 going into half. And honestly, I don't think they were that bad at clock management. I honestly think teams just don't care. Like, they might, like, looking at it, you might look at the Commanders and go, oh, well, they screwed up the clock management at the end. No, I think it's like, hey, why don't we try something? Why don't, instead of us, saving a timeout, but let's use a timeout here for that play. Why don't we just hurry up to the line and try to call a play without having to spike it? Because they could have spiked it too. They didn't, because they don't care. They go, well, what's the big deal? Not big deal. So we don't score. Like it matters. The Giants aren't going to score that much more for the rest of the game anyways. It doesn't matter. And sure enough, that's basically what happened. Giants get the ball in the second half. They do nothing. They basically go 3 and out. Because a 10-time Pro Bowl, Super Bowl winning quarterback can't figure out how to deal with a rush. Now, I get it. You get hit in the mouth a couple of times, and now you start getting happy feet, and you don't know where to go with the ball. And then he was feeling pressure that wasn't even there, just like Daniel Jones. He's making bad throws. And yeah, there were some drops, but, again, my biggest reason why I think a lot of receivers in the Giants drop passes is because they're so used to not even getting a ball thrown to them that when it comes to them, they don't even know what to do. They don't. It looks like a mirage. Like they don't even know what a football looks like anymore. So that when a pass actually gets to them, they can't even believe what they're seeing. So I think that's why a lot of drops happen. And yeah, some of it is they just don't have that much talent. Defensively, same story again. Whether we get a sack or a penalty, they get first down. It's almost like you can't get excited, right? Like I'll watch a first down or a second down play and we'll get a sack and it'll be like third down and 14. I'm not even like, yeah. It's like they're gonna throw a pass and get. They don't even have to throw a pass. I mean, on the one, I think the Commanders like threw a little screen, like a 2-yard screen pass, and the guy ran it 16 yards, got a first down on third down. It's like it's coming. So I don't even know what to get excited for anymore. Saying put Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart isn't going to be any better. He might be a little different. He might run the ball a little better than Russell Wilson. He's going to get his head knocked off too. And, if he can even get the ball out to receivers, they're going to drop it. It's not going to be any better. Okay. I don't know how you fix this. As I said in my previous video, I think there's some kind of hex on the Giants or something that they doesn't matter what they do, right? Fire the coach, fire the GM, get new guys, and it doesn't matter. You get Bill Parcells back in here. He's not going to save the Giants. I don't know what it is. Maybe the owners need to give up and not necessarily sell the team, but have somebody be the head of football operations. I don't know, but this is ridiculous because the Giants aren't just bad, okay? You have teams like, the Jets in the past or the Browns this year or even last year. They compete. They could score points. We can't score points, okay? That's the problem. And I wish, like, the Giants are bad, but here's the most frustrating thing is that it's not like we're bad different ways, right? It's not like last year we were bad because, or, the 2 years ago we were bad because we had a lot of injuries and blah, blah, blah. And then last year we were bad because we're throwing the ball over the field and getting picked off. And now this year we're bad because we're being too conservative. It's the same thing every year. It's the same thing. It looks like offense was ripped straight out of a pee-wee football team, okay? There's no trickery. The defenses know exactly what we're going to do. And we can't do. They just rush us, 4-man rush. We get hit in the mouth, and that's it. And that's basically the whole game over and over again. Once in a while, we get a little lucky. We get a field goal or a touchdown. That's pretty much it. Same thing on defense. I mean, what is it going to take to get a turnover, a fumble, an interception? I mean, even when we make stops, it's not like aggressive stops. A lot of the times it's just like lucky, like, oh, the guy was wide open, he just dropped it, right? Or, oh, the quarterback threw it over his head. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know logistically, can you just get rid of everybody and almost like you're an expansion team and just start over? I mean, is that even possible in the NFL? Because if it is, I'd like the Giants to do that. And I mean, everybody, I would include the owner in that, but obviously that's not going to happen. But like GM, coach, coordinators, assistant coaches, players, just get rid of everybody, start over, and make it like the Giants are an expansion team and they have to, rebuild from nothing. I think that would be the best option moving forward. Either that or do like, let the Jets be the New York team. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but let the Jets be the New York team and let the Giants go, move somewhere else. Like, I don't know, out of New York. I'd say New Jersey. I mean, everybody thinks New Jersey is the armpit of America anyway, so now they can have the football team that plays like the armpit of America. So, I don't know. I'm so frustrated. I still watch the Giants. There's nothing to watch on TV. And to be honest, there ain't much to watch with the Giants either. I can't even call what they're doing playing football. Okay, it basically looks like a bunch of children just smelling grass and looking at the sky. So, they're going to play the Cowboys next week. It's going to be more of the same. You know that. We could all hope, like, oh, maybe. It's not. It's going to be the same. You could put Jackson Dart and it's going to be the same. You could get a time machine and get Peyton Manning or Tom Brady in their prime, and bring it be this. I'll scratch that. Tom Brady might be about the only one that could function and maybe make something out of this offense. But everybody else, not going to do anything. So it's going to be a long season. There's going to be 16 more disasters, okay? Because even if the Giants end up winning a few games, they might win 3 games, it's not going to look good. It's not going to be like, wow, that looks like professional football, right? It's going to be like on one play, we sacked the quarterback and he fumbled it, and like our defensive lineman, scooped it up and ran it in for a touchdown. So You know, and don't even get me started on the Daniel Jones. Oh my God, he looked like, it's just it's embarrassing all around. You got it. Evan Ingram leads the team. He's great. Everybody's great, and everybody who comes here is bad. Whether they come here by draft or free agency, they're bad. And so you can listen to the coach. Yeah, we got to clean it up. We got to look at the tape, whatever. You know what tape we should look at? Duct tape to put over his mouth because he's not saying anything that's worth hearing. So, and firing him midseason, I mean, that might be good to get, some change, but it's not like there's anybody else, any other person on this coaching staff that could take over. I mean, who's going to take over? The offensive coordinator who had the play calling ripped from him over the last 2 years, the defensive coordinator who has a myriad of pass rushers, but even when the opposing offense is on a third and like 20, still can't stop them. Takes the best defensive player in the draft and goes, you know what? I think you should just stand around and watch the quarterback. Don't rush him. Don't make him feel pressure. Just watch him. Just see what he's doing. I don't understand. I don't know what's going through their head, but I want to say they should all be gone, but like I said, the owner's still going to be there, and he's a big problem. So I don't know what it takes to score points on this team, but they better figure it out because they're going to lose a whole nother generation of fans pretty soon because kids don't care. See, like when I was growing up, we care, like, hey, this is your area, this is the team you root for. Kids today don't care. They just want the flashy, good teams, right? I mean, how many people like Buffalo? I can guarantee you half the people who like Buffalo don't even know where Buffalo is on a map. But they go, oh, but the team is good. So they don't care. They don't care about the geography. They don't care about representing your area. They just want the good, exciting teams. And I get it. But that's definitely not the Giants. So we'll see what happens next week. But I'm pretty sure it ain't going to be any better. In fact, it could be maybe a lot worse. But we'll see.